Alrighty, welcome everyone. I am Giri, and today we're going to be doing some drawing. Today we'll be drawing Lady Avalon, recently released over on Fate Grand Order, the Japanese version. And yeah, sometimes she could also be called Merlin Prototype, a very powerful art support character. So. Yeah, she seemed to have some popularity getting going, so let's get started, shall we? Grab ourselves maybe a nice dark blue for our lines and stuff. She's got a lot of blue in her design, so it'll go well to stick with that. Now, I was thinking on it kind of last night before I went to bed here, and what I think I want to do is have Lady of Avalon kind of stand in here holding her staff and maybe put the other shoulder across or something. I don't know exactly, but back to us. And then like a field of flowers extending off into the distance. Something like this-ish. I'll need to maybe work on that a little bit, but and then like a big swirl of petals and stuff kind of wrapping in around and coming together. So let's see what we can make happen. Let's just draw a nice horizon line. I think that'd be a good place to start here. We're gonna just sketch in this as our flower field for now. And if we drew our petals as kind of a swirl like that, it's difficult to get the exact swirl without getting too much overlap. We want to have Lady Avalon here in the middle, and the petals kind of being laid down to form this path of flowers over the water. All right, let's kind of get our character sketched in. Let's see, we'll be using probably her base art because she's got several different pretty prominent changes with each ascension. So I think we'll probably just go with the base ascension in this case. Let's see. Pull a little bit more. There, let's kind of get the shape of the back. That's too prominent for the shoulder. We'll need to cut that down. Those legs might be a little on the long side, but we're rocking with it for now. I do need to apologize real quick, but I was originally planning on doing this stream like 2 hours later than now. I got told I had to do a 16-hour shift today, so no, this is the time I can get it in. Yeah. I'll be ending my shift shortly before I start my stream for tomorrow, so yep. It'll be fun. Let's kind of sketch our staff in a little bit. Let's see. I don't know what we necessarily want to do with this other hand. I mean, we might just kind of let it stay pretty loose, and not really show the hand itself, but just have the sleeves kind of draping down there. I want to get a little bit more tilt in that shoulder. And we can have her kind of looking back over her shoulder towards the audience. Maybe we should pull this arm back a little bit more, though. Get a little more twist in that spine. Might make it a little sell that. Something kind of in that range. It's pretty difficult to get that over the shoulder look done well, especially with the anime style. But I think that's vaguely in the right ballpark. Let's take a moment and kind of firm up these shoulders. Life is good. Feels good. It's so good. Feels good. Don't ever stop. Something like that. That ought to do. Okay, then let's get some kind of a bit of the hair shape in here. Oh, let's see. This is going to be one of those doesn't get any views at all streams. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. You know, this particular character was asked for by a frequent viewer, one of my favorite viewers to hang out with, Grimsley. So it's okay. Even if it's not a popular stream, I am more than happy to give Grimsley a painting. That was good. So good. Let's see, and then she's got just a ton of crazy curly hair out here. We'll get a little bit skinnier here, help indicate that twist more. I show a little more side of the torso rather than the flat there. Or rather than the back. So you're a tough guy, like you guy, just can't get enough. I'm not bad. I'm gonna just kind of get the general shape of the legs a little firmer here. Calves and whatnot. That you don't only make me be your animal. Let's get get a little bit of high heel in here. As she does have those. Just can't get it. So you're the bad time. All right. I feel like that's starting to get the right shape together. So I'm going to move to color here. Now that we have a vague understanding of where we want things, we might shrink her just a little bit. Maybe not shrink her, but just move her down a little bit so that her face is a little closer to the middle of the painting. Instead of being so far up towards the top. Yeah, actually, that's probably good. In which case, we can pull more of that crazy curly hair up here. Yeah. All right, so let's start getting some colors going on. We'll start with like a nice deep blue, I think. And start shaping in the water that this path of flowers will be floating on. Let's just quickly scrape all that in. Cool. Now let's see. Next thing I want to get a little bit in is let's start kind of pulling in some like just general color variety. I think pinks would be a good place to start for the path. But we'll be kind of addressing this several times throughout the painting as we get them looking more and more like flowers. Let's kind of sharpen that a little bit. And out at the far, I like the kind of blue-orange contrast they have, so I think I'm going to do kind of that orange sky as well, because it has a really nice striking contrast there. And we'll just pull this to like a bright yellow horizon or something, I think. One thing more. Man to a king and a king to a god. What is a god to a devil putting up a facade? Yeah, it down. It's down. Let's pretend nothing and endless Let's see here. Let's pull all the way to like white right at the horizon, I think. So we can get kind of that walking off into the sunset sort of deal. We get some really nice strong contrast there. Pull some of those darker red oranges in up at the top. Maybe. You know, actually, maybe we do this as a blue sky. I think that might be better. And we can still pull very close to white right at the horizon, but I think that might look better in this particular case. Waking up, flashing dust, right my brow, I sweat my rest. Yeah, that's looking okay. I kind of like that. I think we can kind of do like pulls of clouds through here and stuff like that. My systems, welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa. Radioactive. Whoa, what? Get that. I like that, yeah. Kind of streaky cloud feel. Evolution, I suppose, was painted red to fit right in. Whoa. Let's kind of darken this up a little bit. And then we can kind of just start pulling our clouds back in on a slightly darker background there. I think it'll make them stand out a little more. Oh, you know what would be great if we pulled in the sketch of like oop, that's not what would be great. No, but we put the Tower of Avalon here. There we go. Now that starts pulling together nicely. Straight from inside. We can pull in some of these other clouds here. To the new age, welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa, 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 whoa. Radioactive. There we go. Starting to get some of that in. Let's kind of refine up this water a little bit while we're working on the background. And once we get this a little tighter here, we'll start getting color in on Lady of Avalon here herself. Let's see. There we go. Okay. That'll work for now. Let's get some color on Lady of Avalon here and start getting her design looking good. Using lots of light blues and stuff like that for all the whites and stuff in her outfit. I'll start pulling in all the crazy curly hair here. No. And let's grab a nice dark blue for those tights. Never falling in love with someone that could break my heart. Beast. I'm just going to drop that down real quick and throw our skin tone in. Attention. Whatever you want from me. What do you want it, baby? Okay. She has a little bit of a hand exposed, but we're going to need to kind of sketch in gloves and stuff like that at some point. And we'll get the staff here a little bit. Falling in love, the one that could break my heart. Okay, I feel like that's a general concept that's starting to pull together pretty nicely. So let's kind of merge our character color layer and our character sketch layer. I'm going to take a quick moment here and start throwing in a slightly more coherent design for the petals, or for the flowers she's walking on. These little strokes like this will eventually become individual flowers and stuff floating in the water. Okay, let's get a little bit more color variety in that. We can pull in some nice oranges, I think, as well. That'll help bring in some nice contrast with the main design and all the blues that we've got. And my hand was brilliant. What else would make a nice contrast? Let's maybe you could pull a little bit of reds in there. And by keeping all the flowers in the path these warm colors, it'll help keep the path kind of unified and feeling. Yeah, beautiful. Will you see love? All right, now I'm going to go into an upper layer here real quick, and we want to start bringing in some of those like the swirls that we were talking about. So I want to hook in here. We want to go behind her. So we're probably going to go choop, choop, and then we're going to swoosh out from behind off this way, I think, maybe? It's a really complicated swirl to do, I think. Maybe we could pull this swirl in here and kind of have it trail off over there. But I want to get that kind of feeling of flowers being pulled into the scene and swirling together. So let's see. I guess let's start by just sketching in a few flower petals, and we can start working with those. All right, let me just duplicate that to harden up those colors a little bit. And we'll merge those together, and now we can start working with that petal flow there. We'll just make them kind of big here to indicate how close they are. There we go. Just merge those together there. And let's make a quick duplication of that, and we can just shrink it off to kind of indicate that they're swirling off towards the horizon there. Actually, let's see. Can we maybe have them swirl off like that in more of a upper arch? That might be better. Actually, we could go up over the head even. That might work better. Okay, let me just edit. Get a quick warp on this so we can correct the way they're swirling. And go a little bit smaller here. Just drop that behind. There we go. And that kind of starts pulling a lot of that general feeling of these petals swirling together to form the path on the water. Mm-hmm. I like that. Okay. I'm going to hide those for now, and we will start drawing her face and stuff. Let's just add a layer, and okay. Start getting this drawn. Let's see. Start getting some of that curl in the hair there. There we go. Let's get our eyes. Something in that ish range. We'll hash it out exactly later. Just need to make sure we have a vague idea for the moment. And she's got pretty pink red. So we'll just sketch that in. Just so we have a vague idea of what we're doing here. A little bit of pink in the mouth there. Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit more. This is, we got the general shape right, I think, and we can start really tightening this up. Start pulling these in towards our light source, slightly brighter colors towards our light source here. I guess we're also establishing the light source as being over there, so there is that. Never find a way to say hey, say my life screaming, you're rudderless. I'm screaming at the top of our lungs. This is a died. So, oh. Let's get some of these slightly more shadowed colors there. We can shape in some of the shadows of the hair. The actual edges would sit. Okay, let me make our eyes start looking a little better. A little bit of a white in there. Let's go a little whiter. There we go. A little darker. No. Let's get a little bit of highlight there on the nose. It might be a little on the yellow side. Let's slide a little more in the orange range. A little shadow there. Run, don't walk away. A little bit psycho. I know she's swimming. I'm a my, I'm a my. Alright, let's get our outline a little cleaner here. That nice chin shape. Get the neck there as well. We need to pull that neck a little farther back there, just because she's turning her head. All right, let's start pulling in some of our whites over here for the hair. Okay, we'll get some of those hair vents in there. Good. Alright, I am going to quickly just merge our character layers together so I can kind of clean this outline up nicely. Some of those curls in there. Just gonna be looking. She'll eventually look real cute once we're done. Gonna just very gently brush in some soft pink so we can get a kind of color transition, indicate that curve of the face. We can start getting some of the shadows from the hair in there, help separate that. Alright, let's start pulling in this. We can really shape those nicely. Let's see. She does have a collar on her coat here that's going to kind of extend out and be frilly and whatnot. So we're going to have to worry about that to a degree too. And she does also have these like long strands of hair pulling down over her design. You have to run. Start getting some of those curls in. Nice, nice. Put a little bit of shadow in here, and we can just kind of lose what we're have some lost edges behind her. It'll still look vaguely like the right hair color, but we won't need to worry too much about what's actually happening there, because it's going to get it will be extremely complicated back there, and we don't really have time in a 2-hour painting for that sort of thing. Alright, that kind of gets a lot of the stuff out and around the head designed. So let's get back in there. We can sharpen up the eyes and stuff a little more. Maybe a little bit more in the bangs as well. Got it. Let's see, we'll get a eyelid line in here. Let's see, she's gonna have some eyebrows through here too. We're gonna have to worry about. They're a little on the thin side, so we don't have to worry too much about them, but we do need to get a sketch in at least. Start shaping that side up a little bit. Let me check, make sure those eyes are even, because I think this one's a little on the low side. Should be a little more like that, yeah. Oh, good morning, Daniel. Sorry, I was so focused there for a moment, and it had been so quiet I didn't even see you there. But hope you haven't been sitting there too long. Silence. How you doing today? Having yourself a good day? A little bit of that in there. Let's maybe do a softer, gentler smile on her rather than the full open mouth grin. Yeah. Oh, maybe I missed you even. That'd be embarrassing. Let's bring that nose down a little bit. I think that's a little high. I might have brought the mouth down too much too. Let's layer it. I think the nose is a little on the high side there. There we go. All right. I'm going to soften this nose. It's a little too present. Well, yep. One person that dropped in to say hi, I did not respond fast enough. Oh well. Let's get a little bit darker under the nose so despite being small, it can still be seen. And I want to grab this outline here just a little bit stronger. Nice. Okay. That gets the face into a tenable position for now. I'm not going to say it's great, but it suffices. It's good enough that we don't have to continue to worry about it while we go do other parts. Let's kind of pull through some of our hair through here, though, just so we can kind of get curls and whatnot. And help indicate that hair a little more. I'm going to soften these outlines up a little bit. Don't want to lose the fact that they're on the shadowed side of the head, but we do need to soften them a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. Good. Okay. Now then, let's start taking a look at some of this redonkulously complex design she's got. Let's see. So for the most part, up here it looks like we got... I think I am going to throw this on a new layer so we can cut stuff back once we get to there. But let's see, she's got kind of like these a dark patch kind of in here. There's a ridge here. Up at the top of the arm, there's a dark patch here. Good. Clean that up a little bit. Grab some of our close, nearly completely whites. And then this is like just frilly and almost flower petal-like out on the sleeve. There's going to be a few kind of ridges of that petal frill right there. Pull some shadow in to help indicate that. Good. Just zoom out a little bit and we can kind of keep blocking stuff in. Let's get inside of her coat. Seems to have that dark blue as well. And then she's got like this gold trim. So grab that out there, I'd say. Yeah, that might not be quite dark enough. Let's go there. Just gonna throw this onto its own layer so we can work with it in fancy ways here. Just put some these in here. Yeah, something like that. And there's like a little thin one running along there. Okay. Hard to say where else it is exactly. It's kind of a complex pattern there. There's a little bit pulling through the back there. There's going to be a little bit on the hips here as well. Oh, and then she's got like these bird tail sort of deals, which she'll have it. And some of this might get hidden later, but I do want to just kind of get that in like that. We're gonna go way brighter, block some opacity so we can start getting the shine on it. let's go all the way to like white. Well, maybe not quite white. Well, maybe more of a yellow white, just so it's slightly different from the whites we're casting it on. Okay. That kind of gets our shine there. We're just going to lock that so we don't have to worry about it. And let's straighten up these then. Some of this kind of in that shadowed range. I think we need we're going to need to probably do a little bit of touch up on that gold trim and stuff at some point, but it's good enough for now. It's received a little more love than many of the other parts of the painting, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's clean up some of these outlines here. Just get it a little nicer looking. Ooh, I don't want to clean that up, but we do want to clean like that up. I'm going to throw that in behind her so I can start keeping a better track of the full concept. Okay, let me start getting that staff, because that staff is a very complex piece. Super blue. Seems to have... Oh, okay, you're back. Welcome back. Thank you for dropping in, Daniel. Good to see you here. Just gonna get these nice, beautiful blues pulled in through here. Super saturated. Nice. Re-staff, you gotta... Yeah. And we can start drawing our whites in over the top. I think that'll be... And we can start getting that. A little horn there. There we go, and that kind of gets that impression that the blue is tucked inside. Let's clean up our shape just a little bit too. Okay, that's starting to look like the right staff. Okay, got some of those pulled through. There we go. Let's get a quick outline on that just so it separates from the background a little better too. How are you doing today, Daniel? You having yourself a good day? Good. We'll start pulling in some of those whites through there. There we go. That's starting to look like the right... Look pretty good. I don't thin that outline just a little bit. Good, good. Watched Orville on D+ and went to the post office. Oh, fun. Getting chores done is necessary. All right, this is starting to. I'm starting to like the way this is going. I may need to go grab a reference of that tower though, because I do not have one here, so I don't know what it actually looks like. But that's not a concern for right now. Let's get our hand. Let's see, what do we got? That's that there. Yep, just merge that in. Take control. Rock and now. Rock and roll, string that guitar to the rhythm that just won't stop, don't stop. A little bit of shadow in here. Okay, let's clean up the inside of this sleeve a little bit. I like this way. Maybe let's drape it down in front of the staff. I think that might be the better way to go, rather than having them run too parallel. It won't look good if they run parallel like that. At least not for very long. 1, 2, patches, stop. Easy rolling lighted. What's the bottom of the staff look like? Anything interesting? A fine needle. All right. That we can do. In theory. Good. There we go. That gets that staff vaguely in place. We're going to grab a little bit of this darker tone, though, so we can just gently separate it from the sleeve. And maybe actually let's put a slightly stronger shadow there. Good. There we go. Just want it to not look like it's the same material as the sleeve there. Yep. And we can kind of pull the sleeve in here, fix its trim up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's maybe get some of these legs, the back here and the legs refined a little bit. Get those tails to the coat. We'll leave the hair for last so we can draw it up on top of the rest of this, because it's going to be a mess. That is a lot of hair. Get some more shadow through here. It's there we go. Get that thigh shape a little more accurate. thighs thin, or calves thin, I guess. They look nice and delicate. I think that knee is slightly out of place, but there we go. Let's see, we're gonna need this kind of gold streaks going down the leg as well. So let's just toss that in a new layer. We can. Okay, there we go, looking good. Just lock that opacity, we can pull in a few shiny spots. And a few shadow spots. A little more saturation in that shadow. That metal is not looking shiny enough. There we go, that's a little better. Then I want to go just a touch brighter, right where we're going to catch the light. You'll find me. And just a little bit more. There we go. So we can have a nice silhouette there. This leg we're gonna refine a little bit. It's a little awkward with the way this coattail hangs in front of it, but I guess that's just what we got to deal with given everything. Want some of these nicer blues here, right in the front. Get some of this bronze here, just to kind of hook the outer back there and help tell the shape. There we go. And lock that opacity, get our highlights in there, get our lowlights in there. Okay, let's see. Take a quick peek at her shoes. Oh, she's got like lots of gold trim and stuff all over her shoes. Great. Great. But it is still predominantly that dark blue that the rest of the tights are. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Nope. That. There we go. Just cut right through there. And we'll use our bronzes here to kind of finish it off. To define the rest of it. Get a little bit of that. Kind of shape some of these around. Because it's like tons of filigree on this. We can get the other heel with the bronze. And we're not going to see much bronze on this one because we're seeing a lot of the underside of the shoe here. Okay, and let's bring in our highlights real quick. Oh, it's too much. A little bit more saturation, mid-orange. There we go. Good. It's good enough for those shoes. They're kind of off in the bottom corner. Don't need to worry too much about them. We'll add a little bit more shadow to where she's walking in a bit, though. Let's see here. There's not really an indication of what the patterns and stuff are going to be on the back here, which is less than ideal. So I'm going to assume that there's going to be similar patterns to like the sleeves and elsewhere. That's the only safe thing I can do. I'm gonna kind of put this sort of deal here and put that there. And lock our opacity so we can kind of get that highlighting in. Get a little bit more saturation through some of that. And we can kind of unify these a little bit better. Let you get away, said, if we ever meet again. Alright, and pull a little bit more of that in, just darken it up so you can see the edges a little better. Yeah, get a little bit more of that bronzy gold color. There we go. That's looking nice. Okay, let's start getting some of the layers of stuff going on, because I know there is a bunch of layers to this design here. It's just they're difficult to distinguish because they're all white on white on white. Scrape that in there. We'll sharpen the silhouette a little. Nice. And we can pull in our whites, or whites for the front there. I think I'm just going to kind of noodle some random chunks and layers and stuff just to keep the design going more than anything. We don't have reference for what's back here, so we're going to have to pretend we do. We'll get the shadow of the back, as it is most turned away from everything. Okay, that gets most of that vaguely shaped in. It doesn't have to be super accurate, I don't think, because it's kind of a noisy design on her in the first place. Okay. Let me clean this hair up. We have a lot of very wild sketching in here, so we're gonna just erase for a moment, and then we'll draw back in. There we go. So let's start pulling in our big hair curls. Just what I used to. All right, let's pull a little bit brighter in on top. A little bit brighter still. Start getting those big spirally curls through there. Drawing super curly hair is can be challenging. especially when you're trying to draw it quickly, because it requires lots of fine noodling. Engagement. Well, I think that helps. Yes, actually, chatting does absolutely help. It makes a huge difference on how much YouTube shows this to other people. But yeah, if you have not and you are enjoying the content, please hit that like button. It helps the stream out a lot. It helps me as a streamer out a lot. You know the shtick. You've all heard it. Get some more of those curls in there. All right, I think I'm going to pull in some of our whites here. We can kind of separate some of the hair overlapping the coat with those. Cool. There we go. Good. Okay. It's probably acceptable for the hair right now. We can go refine some other things. Namely, what I want to... We'll just merge these together right now. I want to get these flowers a little better looking. I believe that's that one. That's our background sketch. Okay. So let's grab this. We're going to drop that down. I want to offset it and put a little bit of shadow in it, so it looks like there's multiple layers of flowers. And we'll do a little bit more twist through that. Gotta get those a little tighter, make them a little smaller. There we go. Just so there's multiple sets of flowers pulling through there. I'm gonna make one more copy, and this one we're gonna get a glow effect on this. Let's do a filter. We'll get a blur on that. You kind of lose a lot of the sharpness of the top layer, but then I think that might be too much. I mean, this kind of gets that magical flower feel. I don't hate it. Words, English, science. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. Let me actually just bump the saturation up a little bit on which one? That's the back layer. Yeah, let's bump the saturation up on the back layer. There we go. Now those petals got that nice glow effect. Might even duplicate the glow layer. Whoa, one more time. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Just get a even brighter halo around the whole thing, but slightly dimmer. Good. How did you like the last week's D&D session? Oh, I loved it. It was a ton of fun. I feel bad Jazz lost her character, but yeah, I hope she's not upset or anything with that. That maybe could have been handled better, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to make enemies or let that NPC die, so that things happened. Yeah. Alright, I need just a quick moment, because I need to get some reference for that tower there. Let's see. bartender. There we go. I need to go look up her noble phantasm so I can see it. Get a quick shot of that tower. Oh, the tower is just her staff upside down? Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. All right, well, that makes that simpler. We'll shave these then, and we can get sort of a duller blue out there. Because we got to get a little bit of that, where it's kind of like her staff upside down. It's got a little more shape than that, but it's this tall, thin spire. Oh, I did want to ask you, Daniel. Since we leveled up last session, there were a couple of feats that I was considering that were out of the third-party stuff. I sent you those on Discord. Did you take a look at those? Not sure which one I necessarily want to take, but I figured I'd ask if any of those were acceptable or you wanted to restrict any of those. And then grab like a nice white here, and we're gonna put a nice bloom over this. Just make that tower look a little glowier. We can kind of reverse bloom a little bit with the saturated blues of the sky. I have not had a chance, been slightly occupied with other things. All right, well, let me know when you get a chance. No worries. There we go. That's looking okay. It's off in the background, so it doesn't need to be super sharp and refined. Get a little bit more blue up here. Let's get a slightly darker, just nice kind of halo of blue there. There we go. Good. That'll really help the whites of her design itself pop. There's a few stray colors in here I just need to clean up real quick. Where's that? Yeah, we can get rid of the background sketch as well, which we actually lost some stuff I thought we had on the background. There we go. Fabulous. The painting? Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like it's starting to kind of pull together and feel pretty cool. I want to take a quick moment and get a few of these flower petals onto the path of flowers here. We'll pull some of our brights and just so we call out a few. We don't really need to draw all the petals, but having a few call outs here kind of helps sell the idea of them being flowers much easier. Oh, that too. Oh wait, then what was fab? Oh, you talking about just me be willing to wait until you get around to it for the beats? Yeah, I mean it's D&D. It's not that big a deal. I mean, I enjoy it, but you know, life comes first. Yeah. You know what I mean. A few more here. Smaller out here. Kind of sharpen some of these just a little bit. That meaning full acknowledgement of broadcast. I have no idea what that means. We can start getting a little bit of look of waves and water out here too. Might be nice. YAS only slay that painting. All right, will do. A little bit more of that. We're just going to kind of paint over the edges of the flowers as they're kind of just barely under the surface of the water in some places, at the edge of the path and stuff. Natives. Okay. This needs to get cleaned up. Alright, we have another chunk of flowers here in the front. We're gonna do something similar to what we did with the back. Get a little bit of variation here. Shadow there, drop that behind, like that. Edit. Let's transform just a little warp. So these can kind of feel swirling against each other. And merge those. Duplicate it. Drop it behind. Filter. Blur. Gaussian blur. Let's do like that much. Sounds good. Control U. Bump the brightness on that one up. Bump the saturation on this one way up. Let's bump this brightness up just a little more. And let's duplicate our blurred layer to blur the duplicate a little bit more. Wait, filter, blur. Okay, there we go. Just so we got that nice bright halo around a lot of stuff. There we go. Get those petals just being pulled in and flying through. And we can just merge that big chunk together. Let's do a slight warp on that though, so we can kind of make it a little less distracting. Okay. There we go. Get that nice swirl of petals there. Okay, I like that. And I guess let's get that hand cleaned up a little bit, and we'll jump in and do final touches on the face and stuff like that. And that'll probably make be the end of the painting. So a little bit left. Okay. Get a little bit there. Shape that. Get that next knuckle in a little bit. Oh, you know, I should hide the flower layer because it's gonna, with the slight blur, it's gonna offset my color picking for the hand. I'm not liking that. Let's just do all the knuckles in shadow. It's gonna be a bit better, I think. There we go, that's a little better. Check that. Okay. Not great. I've definitely done better hands, but I don't want to spend a ton of time on it either. Something in there. I don't know. It's feeling really chunky, and I don't know why. Just soften the edge a little bit. That might help. Something in there. Okay. What I want nice looking is the face. Let's get that other eyebrow in there since we did not early. And get much darker with our blacks, and so we can get these eyelashes nice. Alright, sharpen those up. Let's grab a little bit of red, just so we can get nice bright red on a real soft brush, so we can gently touch up the edges of the eyelashes, get some nice saturation in there. Good. Let's use our soft brush, get just a very soft blush on her. We really want to go soft on this because she's not a blushy character, but having a little bit of warmth in the cheeks will make her look a little nicer. Sharpen those edges up a little bit. Good. Make sure that outline's nice looking. Let's thin those lips, and we'll get some lip tone in there as well. Oh, there we go. That's the one. So far, looking pretty good. Let's bring in a little bit more red, a nice soft. Just get some nice saturation in there. Might be a bit much. A little darker right there at the crease too, where the lips meet. And let's get just a little bit of highlight in there, and finish off with a white specular. There we go. There we go. Let's get those eyes a little nicer and finish those up. let's see. We're going to need a little bit of shadow tone up right in the whites. We'll just use a nice blue for that since there's a lot of ambient blue here. Get a little bit of blended shadow there. That'll help the edge look a little less harsh. And then I want to grab like a nice, really light blue here. We're gonna do kind of a ground reflection. We'll pull that all the way to white, and then we'll pull a sky reflection in here. Let's just do a double. And then let's, with some of these, pull in other reflections and stuff about. Get lots of little color variation in there. There we go. That way we got a nice chunk of variation. Looks okay at least. All right, let's pull that layer back in. What does this need? I think I need to refine the clouds a little bit. Get those just looking a little nicer. They sufficed when we sketched them in, but they could be nicer. Get that nice swirling cloud feel. Okay. There's a little issue of no shadow on the ground there, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Just throw an extra layer, and we kind of brush something in here. Hopefully that's about right. I don't know. It needs to be something, but might be a little on the dark side compared to everything else around it. Let's just soften that edge. Hey. Okay, so I'm at the gas station. I've been waiting at this pump for like 7 minutes. Some dude in a big truck tried to swipe me, and I was like, nah, you you hit me if you try. So, oh my. Please don't cause any accidents. You don't need to replace your car again so soon. Even if you manage to make it the other guy's fault. Oops, what did I just do? Let's get a little bit more kind of dark blue right here. Help that bring that horizon line a little stronger. I think I want to grab a few of these flowers, just like, a couple random ones. Actually, I might need to just do them as their own thing, but I want to pull just like a few little random petals to scatter a little bit farther. Help them look less all piled on top of each other. Yellow as well. There we go. So they just have a little more volume to them. We can put a few extra just scattering near the edges down off in the background too. It's unfortunate that the staff ended up exactly where it did, because we don't see the petals like merging into the water, but oh well, it is what it is. I think the point of the painting still gets across. Just have like one more for right here. A nice orange up here. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm gonna just duplicate that, give it a slight blur so it can match the rest. For Gaussian, there-ish. Crank that saturation up. A little more. Something like that. Good. Okay. I feel like oh, hello Grimsley. Sorry you're late. You're not late. You were unfortunately I had to change the time at the last minute. I got called in for a extremely long, very early starting shift at work. But I'm glad to see you could make it at least for a little bit near the end. So yeah, I do apologize. I had to change my schedule, and you missed much of it. But you know, you got to show up for a little bit here. I'm glad you really liked the background. I felt like it went well with her. She has a very complex design, and it took me a while to sort it out. But it was fun. Thank you for the request, Grimsley. It's got a little thigh piece right here that we missed. Let's see. Oh, and I think there's like a little flower up there in her design. Anything else we're missing? Oh yeah, she's got like those little ear horns. There we go, but they barely show, so. I was hanging out with my friends until the middle of the night, and my left ear is kind of wonky after hours. So after hours riding? Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it'll feel better soon. Let's get a little bit more outline on that. There we go. I feel like I need to get just a very slight high saturation, high pink through the eyes here. They feel a little too harsh. There we go. I think that helps a little bit, evens them out a little bit, gets that pink glow to them. I also, just because we have a lot of bloom, I'm gonna bloom the edge of the highlights here and stuff. A little bit of bloom in the hair there. Bloom at the edge of the staff, just because it feels like it's one of those paintings where a lot of bloom is appropriate. She has elf ears, very pointy. Yeah. Yeah, but they're also white like her hair as opposed to like pink like her skin, which is a bit odd. Anyway, a little touch there. Okay, I think I am going to call that finished, though. I'm not sure what else I could do. Actually, I can put a little touch there and there. Just kind of finish that. But I think I'm going to call that finished because I'm not sure what else I could do to make it look cooler at this point. Anyways, I appreciate everyone that showed up. Thank you, Daniel, for showing up and chatting with me for so long. Thank you, Grimsley, for showing up. I'm really sorry you missed most of it, but I'm glad you could be here for at least a little bit. I'll have this posted up on Twitter here shortly, and I'll catch you guys later. So, have yourselves a good one. Oh yeah, one other thing. We will be painting tomorrow. Probably starting. I actually don't know. I may have to change the time last minute. Depends on how much sleep I get tonight. But probably around noon. We'll be painting Kayla from Hello Live. Anyways, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.